Can you guys see me? I'm sure you guys. Hi, PGA. Oh, that was so sweet of you to send that over. Hi, PGA. You guys can see me? Okay. Should I turn on my light? I'm doing my curls. And I wanted to talk to you guys. While I do my curls, I don't want to do it. You guys see me? Okay, cool. Because I turned my light off. I don't know if I should turn on my light. No, you are the light. Why are you so sweet? Oh, you're being so sweet. You're always sweet to me, though. I really appreciate you. I'm just doing my hair. I usually do my hair. I usually do my hair on Oh, I should have put some lotion on. I wash my face and my face is dry. I usually do my hair on Sundays, but because I go to church every Sunday now, I don't be having time to do my hair. So what I'm doing now is that I'm doing it now, so that way I don't. The reason why I'm doing it now is that way I don't have to worry about it. Tomorrow, for sure. Where you headed off to? Nowhere. I'm gonna get at the house a little bit later today. Not sure what I'm doing, but I gotta do this head first. First things first, I gotta do this head. That's what I gotta do. First things first, I gotta do my hair, get my hair right. Oh, I should have put like a towel down. Let me see. When I do my hair, it gets so messy, and I don't like making a lot of mess. Yeah, so that's the first thing. What about you? What you up to? What are you up to? Ooh, did I comb through this? Did I comb through it? Yeah. Nah, I ain't rushing you out the door. I know you're not. What you talking about? I know you're not. You sound like rushing out the door. Sometimes the house is the best place to be. No, I know that for a fact. I be in my house a lot. The way I have my house set up, I have it set up like this on purpose. Real homey, real peaceful. Like, oh my gosh, my house is lit. Everybody that comes over here, they love it. It's the vibe, you know. I pray over it. And I make it homey on purpose because I'm always here. I'm always here. Before with my job and stuff like that, I used to never be here. I used to always be outgoing. But now at my job, they switched some things up. So now we're home majority of the time. So I'm always home. So yeah, I'm a homebody though. But the thing is that I do gotta get out and do more. So I've been doing that on my alone time. Like I went and got a massage, and oh my god, I didn't realize how much my body needed the massage. And I was a little bit uncomfortable though, because they were like, oh, like usually like the last massage I had, right? I gotta turn the light. The last massage I had, I just leave like my sports bra on, and I leave my sports bra on, and then I leave my bottoms on, right? And then when I went, they're like, oh, looking at me all crazy. I'm like, why are y'all looking at me all crazy? They're like, because you need to get fully naked. I was like, what? I was like, oh. And then when they did the massage, they touched like everything. I was like, it was new to me. I mean, it was cool. Like, I'm not one of those people that like, when it comes to my body, I'm really secure. And I'm proud of it. But it's not that. I was just like, oh, I never, like I guess the massage I had before was like a ghetto massage because I never experienced nothing like that before. It was new to me. But like, that was one thing I did. So I'm going to start like, doing things, self-care stuff for my, like I'm going to start having self-care days. That's what I'm going to start doing. You can't get in trouble in the house. It's when you step out the door is when the BS happens. I'm telling you. That's why I be really particular where I go, who I hang out with, who I'm around. Because like, oh my gosh, you can get yourself in all types of trouble. Hi, how are you? And there's nothing wrong with being like, I remember I had a friend that was so mad at me. She's like, all you want to do is like lay up in the house and chill. I'm like, I have to tell her, I'm like, boo, we live like two different lifestyles. Like the lifestyle you live, I understand like you like going to like restaurants and like, you know, being around like famous people and men that have a lot of money and showboating and showing off your body and your clothes. Like, I mean, like I understand that. But when it comes to me, I don't live that type of lifestyle. I'm not. I can stay home and play games and chill and find things to do. You know what I mean? Like I can most definitely do that. Um, so I told my friend, I'm like, we two different people. Like you're not gonna force me to see and force me to do and see life how you see it because I wasn't raised like that. I'm not a materialistic person. Like when I was younger, my parents always did stuff in the house and had stuff for us to do. Air hockey machines, foosball table, a diving pool. Like, oh my gosh, we had everything at the house. So it's like, what? You know what I mean? And people energy be off. So that's why I be like really like mindful of where I go and like what the atmosphere is gonna be like. Cause I'm really big like on energy. Like the type of spirit that I have, like when I'm interacting with people, I feel what's on them. Like you know what I mean? Like I can't just the type of spirit that I have, I can't me personally, I can't be around just anybody like that. And a lot of people just interact with people and don't care how it makes them feel. I can't, I'm not that type of person. Yeah, I'm not that type of person. So, but that's the thing. Like, that's why those friends are not my friends anymore because I felt like a lot of people are always trying to make me be what they want me to be, want me to be instead of what's up, K9? Instead of allowing me to be like the true person that I am. And I'm like, with my friends, I'm like, I don't change y'all. Like, y'all live a different type of lifestyle than me. Like, I'm not changing you guys. Like, but y'all always like want to quick and say something about the way I'm living or like judge me. When I can say a whole bunch of stuff to y'all, but I choose not to do it. Why? Because like that's your life. I love you for you. Peace and balance is always, yes. You guys know how good it feels to wake up each morning and you don't have drama going on, or you don't have like people in your space to where they like make your nervous system feel off. Like I don't think you guys understand how like great of a feeling to wake up and not having to deal with that. To wake up and then all you wake up to is silence. You wake up to silence, you wake up to peace. You don't wake up to chaos. You don't wake up to like nervous, not knowing what's gonna go on, what's gonna happen. Like, I don't think people understand the peace behind that. For the longest time, I'll wake up and I'd be like so nervous because like it was something like I was finding out every single day. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like, and that's what happens when you're around people that you think you know, but you don't really know. That's the thing too. You think you know people and you really don't know people. You don't. So I didn't understand, like, I was so dysfunctional and I was used to my life being very chaotic, starting at a very, very young age. A lot of people can relate, a lot of people can't. I don't know. People look at me and they think that I haven't been through nothing, but I've been through, I didn't get this wisdom and this knowledge for nothing, okay? Let me just tell y'all that. Like, people are like, oh, like, like, you seem very mature, like, you seem like you've been through a lot. I've been through a lot. That made me grow up very fast. Now, did I want to grow very fast like that? No. I've always been a person when I was younger. I enjoyed being a kid. I enjoyed, like, being innocent. But everything that I went through, it kind of like tainted that as I got older. But I've been through a lot of different things. And so chaos started in my life at a very young age with a lot of things that went on in my life that I didn't have any control over it because I was a child and because I was a teen. And to me, the chaos, it started to be normal. Like, and I didn't realize how much it was affecting my life because even when I got older and got into high school and got around people, it was like, I was taking that baggage in my lifestyle and bringing it to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, like you guys, I used to have like crazy parties, which is fun, you know what I mean? But like crazy wild parties, I'd be in there with just a bra, like be like on the stairs, like it was ridiculous. Like it was, when I think back, it was fun, but that's the type of lifestyle that I was living. And it was, it was fun in the time being, but it was full of sin. You know what I mean? Like, and the things that I did, when I think back on it, I don't know what I was thinking. When I think back on it, I was like, what was I thinking? And then I started to think that, okay, like it was the environment. It was the mindset. I had a different mindset. I was a product of my environment. I was a part of exactly that part. Hi, Banana. Hi, little lady. Do right by not doing what others want you to do, unless it is good for your soul. Thank you. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you. I'm glad to see you on here. Thank you, Banana. I was going to come back last night. Your girl crashed out. I was tired. I went to sleep early. I'm glad you're here. I'll be on here later for sure, for sure. Um, but I noticed that like my mindset was a completely different. And so as I got closer to God and as I started, like the lifestyle didn't fulfill me anymore. The parties, the people, the clubs, the drinking, the experimenting, the fornicating, all that stuff I was doing, it started not, it's like my soul wanted more. It wanted more. And I knew for a fact that that's not what God had designed for my life. And even though, growing up and stuff, my life was so dysfunctional. And I couldn't really say what it was. Like when I used to say what it was, my parents used to get mad at me. And I'm like, y'all can't get mad at me for telling y'all exactly what we living through. Like this is chaos. This is not normal. You know what I mean? So, um, and I've always expressed that I wanted different. I always expressed that I wanted different. So I didn't give up on myself. Even though it felt like my dysfunctional life was sucking me back in. It was like, you guys know how it is when you try to break generational curses, but it feels like you can't break it. That's how I felt. I feel like I was like, and the devil was telling me, hey, no matter what you do, like you cannot change. You're going to be stuck. You're going to have this mindset. You can't, there's no way. There's no way out. And I felt like it was no way out. And some days I gave up on myself. I was like, look, you want like this peaceful life, and no matter what, you're not gonna get it. I had told myself that multiple times. I gave up on myself multiple times. And then God kept trying to find me. And God was like, no, I don't want you to give up. But there's plenty of times that I gave up. I was like, man, I'm always gonna be around this cycle. When I do good, I did end up doing bad. When I try to do better, I have had people around me that was like, why are you reading the Bible? Why are you trying to change? Why are you why are you not drinking tonight? Why are we not going out? That dude is fine as hell. Why are you not talking to him? Why are you not engaging with him? Like this is not like you. And I was like, you know what? It's not me. It's not me anymore. Like this is not who I am. I can't live like this no more. And so my friends, they used to get so mad at me. They're like, man, you're a weirdo. And I'm telling y'all this, I'm keeping it raw. They were like, you're a weirdo, you're weird. You were never weird like this, and you're too like serious now, and like what is going on with you? And I don't like this person you're becoming. One friend was like, bro, snap out of this holy BS you're in. Snap out of it. Like, where's the person that I know? Because this ain't it. I'm like, what? And I told him, I'm like, I can't describe to you what's going on. I don't know what's going on with my spirit. I asked God to renew my spirit. I asked God to please let me break free from my family curses. Please allow me not to be stuck in this mindset. I prayed all this stuff, and then all of a sudden when I prayed, I left it alone and God picked it up. And I noticed that like my spirit, everything started like changing. It started changing. I wasn't aware. Other people around me, they were aware and they were able to tell me, but I didn't. I was just going with their motion. Like I didn't, sometimes we don't see what God is really doing in our lives. Sometimes we pray, we forget about the prayer, leave it at God. Like pray, leave it with God, and then we move on. That's exactly what I did. And God was like, no, 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 I didn't forget about you. Like, I didn't forget about you. Like, and he started working and other people could see it. And I told God, I said, look, people are calling me weirdo. People are saying they don't understand and all this stuff. Like, if it's not for you, if you do not want these people in my life, then you do what you need to do. Before, I was like telling God, you guys, I'm not letting go of my friends. Like, we've been friends for years. I'm not letting go of my friends. And my friends, I'm not gonna lie, the friends that I had, they were loyal to me. When I mean loyal, like they were dysfunctional, but I can say that they showed up for me. They were right there, no matter what. If I was doing bad, if I was doing good, and no matter what, like if they need to cover up for me, if they need to lie, they gonna do whatever they need to do. Like they were always right there. Like that's just how they were. And I love that. But it's like, at what cost are y'all gonna hold me accountable? At what cost y'all gonna tell me that everything I'm doing is wrong? At what cost is y'all gonna tell me like, hey, like I'm proud of your growth. Like, you finding God again, like, I'm proud of you. At what cost? Like, nobody was holding me accountable. They were just having me out here looking like a goddamn fool. Like a fool. And then I told God, hi, you guys. If you guys like the vibe, please subscribe. Thank you so much for the 7 likes. I'm just doing my hair and just blabbing talking to y'all. And then I was like, I told God, I'm like, God, these people are not good for me. They're not holding me accountable. Like, they're not telling me when I'm doing things wrong. They're not doing none of that. Like, I need people that are gonna hold me accountable. I need people to tell me when I'm wrong. I need people that are godly people. I was not around godly people. I was not. The only godly people I was really around was my grandmother. My grandmothers. That's it. All my other friends, they were not godly people. So it's like, I'm out here looking like a fool. And then God started putting people in my life that was like, hey, like, you're moving reckless. What's going on? You're embarrassing yourself. You're humiliating yourself. You have class. You're not showing you have class. That's not how women talk. That's not how women handle themselves. Like, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say this, right? So I was so grateful for that, because I didn't have nobody around telling me that. It's like, bro, do y'all love me or do y'all hate me? Because if y'all love me, y'all, no matter how I am or what y'all think, y'all will tell me, no matter if I want to know the truth or not. And that's the thing. You can't have people around you, friends that don't hold you accountable. You can't have friends around you that don't hold you accountable. You can't. And why would you want to have a friend that does not hold you accountable? Why would you want to have friends that don't tell you when you're wrong? That don't check you when you're being rude? That don't check you when you're rude to somebody else? I'm quick to say my friends, if my friend say something to somebody or something, I'm like, that was mean. Like, I'll say it like, pull them to the side. But if my homeboy is like mean to their girlfriend or do something, I'm like, hey, bro, you don't have to talk to her like that. Like, why are you like, why are you telling her business like that in front of like me and other people? Like, you shouldn't do that. And they'll argue with me. I'm like, let's argue. Because at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. We can argue all day, but like, that's you don't do people like that. That's wrong. I fell out with one of my friends like that. We fell out. We fell out because he did something that I didn't agree. He did something that I didn't agree with. And I was like, nah, man, you just don't do people like that. Like, girlfriend, no matter what, like, you just don't do people like that. And he stopped talking to me. And then we ended up being friends, of course, but I was like, man, if I lie to you, I'm not really your friend. If I lie to you, I don't really love you. And I love you. Like, I love you, your family. So no matter what. And that's another thing. With me being honest, people that are honest and that want the best for you, we're going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. We're going to tell you the truth. And a lot of people take you correcting them, they take it as destructive. I love that word I'm using. Criticism. And they think, oh, this person's hating on me. This person hates me. This person don't hate you because they're telling you about yourself. What you talking about? They love you and they want the best for you. So that's why. And a lot of people that I was around, I would tell them, hey, that's wrong. Like, no. And they will be like, oh, you're mean. You mean your delivery? I'm like, okay, well, if you want somebody that's going to lie to you and let you continue to be in what you're in and be how you are, then that's cool. But I'm not that type of person. I'm not the type of friend. But I noticed as well that I prayed to God last night. Y'all want to hear the prayer that I told God last night? I told God last night, I said, please allow me to stop being a fixer. Please allow me to stop trying to save people. Please allow me to stop trying to turn people's negative thinking into positive thinking. Please stop allowing me to allow myself to try to force somebody to see the light. If somebody does not want to see the light and they want to just sit in negativity, if somebody doesn't want to sincerely change, there's nothing I can do about it. Before I used to try to fight for souls, I try to fight for souls and fight for this person, be like, like, you may be giving up, but I'm not going to give up on you. You know what I mean? Like, I used to do that all the time. And I noticed that when I do that, I lose myself, and then I find myself exhausted. So I asked God last night to take that from me. I said, take it. Allow me, to leave people where they are. If they don't want to change, if they don't want to seek your word, God, please just don't allow me to be like a forceful spirit, which I don't think I was, but I just always I see the good. Thank you, Banana. I know I'm cooking when Banana responds. to me. Thanks, banana. It's like you just gotta leave them where they are. And I noticed that a lot of people, even in relationships, like I was praying, oh my God. And I don't even like talking about relationships because um romantic relationship because I don't really like giving it life. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I talk about that's another reason why I haven't talked about relationships because when I talk about relationships, the people that I was in relationships with, they think that I'm talking about them. And listen, I told y'all I love men. I've been involved with more than one man in my lifetime, okay? Okay? I tell people eight, but eight is kind of like, I'm not talking about like sexual, relationships, but I tell you guys like, over the years, I made a lot of connections with men, love men. Even like I have a lot of men that are my best friends, platonic. Like I love men. Um, and it's like when I talk about relationships, I'm talking about different encounters that I have with different people, not just one person. So sometimes I feel like, some people, I'm telling, watch what I say, they think that I'm caught up in them and all this other stuff, and that's not the case. I'm be honest with y'all. When it comes to relationships, once somebody does me wrong or once somebody shows that they're not worthy of my access, of my love, I give people plenty of chances, which I do, right? And I do. But once I don't, it's gone. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to talk about. And anybody that has been romantically involved with me, they can tell you. They can be like, oh, well, I haven't talked to her in like 15 years. That's how it is, right? But when I talk about relationships, I was like, why the heck am I always like attracting these men that like need to be fixed? Like, what the heck is going on with me that I always attract this, right? And it's like empaths or people that are nurturers like me, we feel like we have to like fix something or help somebody or save them. And not even in romantic relationships, but in friendships, I found that too. Like, I have like friends that were always in abusive relationships, getting treated bad, all types of stuff. And I would do all I can to help them. If it's calling the police, fighting the dude for them, I don't know. But whatever it is, it was like, I'm going to fix this. Like, I got you. And it's not always fun because when you do that, it's like I felt like I was losing myself in the whole entire mix. And I was fighting. Sorry for my dirty, you guys. It's hair day, okay? It's hair day. But I still want to talk to y'all. It's about the message. And so I'm like, why am I finding myself in bad situations? Why am I finding myself getting in trouble and fighting for somebody that's not fighting for themselves? Or why am I trying to fight and make this person see their worth when they don't see their worth? And why am I trying to be there for the person, which I'm the main one it's like, it's sad, but it's like the main one that's there is the main one that pretty much gets left in the dust. And they end up seeing you as a bad person. Why? I have no idea. Maybe because when you're around narcissistic people, they try to isolate you and make you seem like the people that are for you are not really for you. So I had a lot of friends, female friends, that used to allow men to come in and poison them and make me the villain. When they feel empowered, when they start getting the courage to speak up and getting the courage to tell somebody like, hey, like I can't let you treat me like this. I had a friend that had a guy tell her, you're trying to be like my show, and my show is manly. Why do you want to be like that? No man's going to respect a woman like that. And she told me what he said. And I was like, bruh, it's not manly. It's not being a man trying to be like a man. It's boundaries. It's boundaries. Hi, last Sayana, it's been a minute. It's boundaries. And I told my friend that. And she was like, yeah, well, he told me that women like you are less valued. And a man doesn't want a woman like that. A man wants a woman that is going to listen to everything they say. I said, that's the thing. Like, when you are like not mentally equipped and know your worth and secure who you are, people will come in and try to say all types of stuff if you don't stand on nothing. So I told my friend, I had to explain to her, I said, no, you're getting the power to not accept that. That's what it is. So right now it's manipulation. But the more I put her on the game, the more backlash she got with him, the more worse the situation, our friendship got. So it got to the point where I was like, hey, bro, I can't put my livelihood at risk because of this person. Like, I can't mess up what I got going on. Boundaries, that's crazy work for him to say. Oh my gosh, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. But it blew my mind, and it hurt me deeply when I was talking to her. It hurt me deeply when I was talking to her. And she told me, she was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's making me really sad. She was like, I really wish that I had the strength that you have. And I said, you can. You can. And I told her, I said, all this stuff you're going through, eventually it's going to click. Eventually it's going to click. Sometimes you got to accept things. Sometimes, and I've been through things too. I say, oh, you know, like I'm the strong person I am, but I sometimes I don't know when to let go. That's the thing. My loyalty is stronger than anything, and that's my problem. My loyalty, I grew up, my dad was always like, your word is your bond, loyalty. So it's like, no matter how people treat me, no matter what they do, I always show up. And sometimes that's not fair to me because people take me for granted and they think I'm always going to be there. Like that friend. And I was like, look, I'm always here, but that's not fair that we've been friends for years. But then you just cut me off or just do me wrong like that because of somebody else that don't have no loyalty to you. Like, I don't understand. So it was a hard pill that I had to swallow because my loyalty be having me out here looking like a dumbass. Have me looking stupid, dumb, humiliated, have me looking dumb as hell. I mean, I'm stupid. Because I've been out here loyal to people that don't. Imagine being loyal to somebody, okay? And you come back and you find out this person is like a complete stranger. And they're dog mouthing you. They're talking about you. They're saying all this stuff. When you've been there through thick and thin, you know this person. You know this person. You know everything that people don't know. And it's like, and you gonna do me like that? And I have it even with family. I'm like, I'm your blood, bro. Not only am I your blood, but I've been there. And you gonna do me like that? You gonna turn on me? For niggas that are outsiders? What? And I'm like, you know what? I don't get mad at them, right? My friends, I didn't get mad at them because at the end of the day, it's a learning lesson for me. It's a learning lesson to me. Not all people deserve your loyalty. They don't. I had to learn that the hard way. How you doing? I'm good. How are you? Let me see. I had to learn that the hard way. And God was like, bro, you're like, you gotta learn. Like sometimes you gotta step back. It's not necessary submission men want from their partner. It's more so, what'd you say? Cooperation depends on the person. Okay, last time, can you describe that? Because this is the thing. There is a difference between submission and just straight out crazy as hell control. Like to where you're having it to where a woman can't like even ask a bartender can she have lemon on the side. To where a woman can even like if a man or an older gentleman or just like a random person be like, hey, oh, you look very nice today. If a woman can't respond and say thank you, or if a woman can't show basic pleasantries when she's out in public talking to somebody, that's insane. That's insane. Or if you're out in public and then somebody looks at you and you can't help that you're a pretty woman and then your man sees it and wants to beat you up for it, like that's insane. That's insane. That's insanity. That's insanity. That's crazy. That's wild. Like, and so when men are quick to tell me, you're not submissive, what you talking about? I don't know. First of all, I'm not with you, so you don't know what I am. If I'm not into you, I'm not showing you nothing. That's the thing. These men, what's up? What's up, bro? All right, keep it pushing. I don't have no interest in you. I'm not interested in you, so I don't need to show you that side of me. Second of all, I feel like with me, the type of person that I am, I'm a naturally outgoing, outspoken type of person. So if somebody gives me a compliment, no matter what, I'm going to speak, right? And it's like, I don't think it's fair that because somebody's insecurities, you feel like you have to control that person. That's all I'm saying. And I understand, like, on a woman point, like with me, some days I have situations to where people may think I'm controlling, right? But they don't know I'm not controlling. It's just that this person broken my trust. And it's reasons why. Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about some men feel like dominance is just completely shattering a woman's self-esteem, and it should not come at that cost. It should not. You should not break a woman's self-esteem down. Do things, tell this woman, shame her body, do all this stuff, breaking her self-esteem down to gain control. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And playing manipulative games, taking out her money, and that's not submissive. That's just crazy as hell. That's just crazy. Let me see. Babe, what if you put coconut castor oil on your hair and comb it every day? You can try it. Works with me. Oh, you know what? I like that you said that. I just bought some castor oil. I just bought some. Can y'all hold up? Hold on just 1 minute. I'm going to read the rest of the comments. Hold up, guys. Yeah, I just bought some castor oil. Let's see. Let me see. Some are loyal to their feelings versus what you've done for them. Oh yeah, that's facts. Yeah. I'm learning that. I'm learning that. I like you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. No spamming, please. Okay, no spamming, you guys. I'm gonna get to the comments. Let me see. She will see your comments. Thank you, Banana. Yes, I'll get to the comments. There are a line between cooperation and controlling. Cooperation is putting your ego aside and making the reasonable compromise for the relationship. Bottom line. Bottom line. Bottom line. Bottom line. Bottom line. I love that you said it. Bottom line. PGA said some men get drunk or high and try to be too friendly with a woman. I believe a woman should say thanks for the compliment and just be herself. But if the guy continues, she should say, hey, I'm taken. Okay, I understand that, but I'm going to challenge you right now, right? I'm talking about if it's just a random man that, like, respectful, okay? Respectful. And, like, walks by you and say, oh, you smell lovely. Okay, thank you. Bottom line, a woman that respects herself and a woman that respects her relationship, at the end of the day, like when you guys know that where you guys stand, you ain't even got to worry about her. You wouldn't even worry about her not checking nobody. You get what I'm saying? And then, but if you check somebody, it's a way to say it. You know, like some women are taught by their men, like you got to cuss a dude out when they say something to you. You don't got to do that. For what? You're making yourself look silly. You're making your people listen. Some people say, like, if a guy walk up to them, right, and talking to them, some woman, like with me, it was really hard because not hard, but I don't like people feeling weird or feeling like their ego is like, like being attacked. So if someone's, talking to me and like, if they're having a friendly conversation, I let them have a friendly conversation. But if it comes to that, or if they be like, oh, well, by the way, then I would be like, oh, yeah, hey, yeah, I am taken, but like, it was very nice to you. Nice to meet you. Like, it's just a respectful way to do it. Like, you ain't got to disrespect nobody. You don't have to disrespect nobody. And it was always weird to me. Like, the thing is that I was always around a lot of people that, some men that didn't know how to be themselves, and so they feel like when they're around me, they have to be rude to women and stuff like that because of things that they did. And it's like, you don't got to be rude to a woman, just be respectful. Like, don't feel like you just can't tell a woman, like, hey, like, you're crossing boundaries. Like, Don't just let a woman just blatantly disrespect me. Like I've been in a situation before where a woman literally tried to like get at the person I was with in front of me. And he picked it up, but because he didn't want to hurt her feelings and her feelings were more valid, I was right there sitting there looking stupid, like I didn't even say nothing. I was like, okay, so this is what we on. Like you're with me and you're feeling like you have to validate somebody else's feelings and you're not even with that type of person. Like that's the type of thing. That's what I'm talking about when I say loyalty. You know, like that's what I'm talking about. Like stuff like that is weird. It's weird to me. Or like like I'm just a friendly, a naturally friendly person. So if a man has to disrespect a woman in front of me, I don't like stuff like that. Like I don't. I'm like, hey, like she's talking to you, like she's a waiter. Like why are you like you know what I mean? Let me see. Would you be good if an attractive woman complimented your man's look in front of you? Yes. I have friends that very, very beautiful. Like I'm not the only pretty person. All my friends bad, and all of them will compliment different people that I'm talking to, or say they love their outfit and stuff like that. It doesn't bother me at all. Actually, I think it's beautiful because like one time, a woman told a person I was with, they were like, "Oh, like that shirt is fire, right?" And then she was like, "Oh, like." That looks very nice on you. And then guess what my response was? My response was, I told you. I put my hand, God strike me now if I'm lying. I said, I told you. I told the man I was with, I said, I told you. She said it looks fire. Told you. Sexy. Bomb. Told you. It boosts his head all up, but I am a secure person. That's the thing. I am a secure person. I think it's great to have somebody that's attractive. If you got somebody that's attractive, you gonna think that nobody gonna look? Come on now. We're all humans at the end of the day. Somebody gonna look. Somebody gonna look. That doesn't bother me. Things like that don't bother me. And the thing is that last Scion, people compliment me all the time. Like when I mean all the time, like people walk up, compliment me, talk to me all the time. All the time. So when I get compliments and stuff like that, the person that I'm with, I was with too many insecure men. That's my problem. Too many insecure men, not men that were like equally yoked with me. So it was hard for me because it was like, man, you know my profession. Like you know, like it's gonna be men walking up to me, talking to me. Like you know what it is. Like, but at the end of the day, like me, I'm just a naturally nice person and I have standards, I have boundaries. So nobody has to worry about where they stand with me. Because as long as you know where you stand with me, it doesn't matter who I'm interacting with. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So it's like, but I was with a lot of insecure men. And I'm like, bro, this is not gonna work because I'm not an insecure woman. And when I had like a relationship with someone one time, we're very similar. Okay, very, very similar. We'll be at parties, we'll be at outings. People will approach him, talk to him. And baby was fire, okay? Like body swag fire, like fire. And he was just like, he was so sexy to me. And I was like, he fire. I can't like he fire. Like what I get mad over? Last time I said PJ exactly. Let me see. Did I miss something? Let me see. And y'all, this is just my opinion. So, like I said, for example, if he was out and I would rather you check the dude. If he gives you any lip, then I'm supposed to deal with him. But he definitely has to hear it out your mouth that you're not interested. Okay, but I understand that. And I agree with you. I agree with you. Some women don't know how to do that. Some women are afraid to do anything because they don't know how the man's reaction. Some women don't are afraid. I have friends that used to say something and then the dude would still beat them up. Like, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying that When you know your woman, you don't even have to tell her. She gonna check them, and then you ain't gotta say nothing. And I noticed, and I don't know, you guys tell me. I noticed that once I've set a boundary with a man that's trying to talk to me or something, like I met one man, I had my wedding ring on, and he just kept like talking to me, like trying to buy me drinks and all this stuff. I said, "Hey, I'm married." He said, "What does that have to do with me?" I said, "This conversation is done. Like that's disrespectful." And I laughed, and he laughed, and I walked off. But a lot of you guys have to remember, it takes a secure woman to speak up and set boundaries. It takes a secure woman to speak up and set boundaries. It's hard. It's hard to speak up and hurt people's feelings. For some people, it's hard. But when you're secure in yourself and you know how to you can get your point across in a very respectful way. You don't have to degrade somebody by setting boundaries. You don't have to do that at all. Let me see. It's a difference between people looking in a woman's body language, be welcoming and encouraging. I mean, some women don't have no morals, like I said. Some women know what they're doing. Some women know what they're doing. Like some women know what they're doing. I'm not. Listen, every woman's different, but a lot of women are not like that. That's the thing I want men to know. A lot of women are not like that. A lot of women don't seek attention. A lot of women don't need nobody's attention. There's a lot of women out there that are secure in themselves. They don't need to flirt or get extra attention. Like I used to go out with friends all the time, and they used to be like, "Oh my gosh," they would try to put it on when a dude came around, and it made me feel uncomfortable. It made me feel uncomfortable because I'm like, I'm worried about having fun. I'm not worried about who's talking to me or who. You know what I mean? Let me see. Exactly, being friendly and flirtations are mentally different. What woman y'all talking about? As a man, I can say some men need to be checked hard by a woman to get the point. She's not interested. I mean, I understand that, but I'm saying for my experience, I've never came across a man that like was just like not taking my answer for a no. So that's what I'm saying. Like once I say what I said, then they back off. So I never experienced that. That's what I'm saying. I've never experienced that. But I see what y'all saying. Let me see. Every pretty much everyone. I don't. I think he said everyone pretty much knows how to speak and speak up. And I say I don't want this happening. Women play shy or nervous to justify being in another man's face. Yeah, that's okay. That's what I'm saying. They don't have those are women that don't have respect. PGA. I'm saying that you're right. I'm not. I'm saying it's not right. But I'm saying I said that I have friends that do exactly what you're saying. I seen it. I seen it. But it doesn't justify them getting beat up and having DV and all this other stuff. I'm saying that if you have that, okay, I don't get what y'all agree with each other and ignoring me. Anyway, um, so anyway, moral of the story, um, we're done talking about that. I guess there's not much more for me to say. But anyway, yeah, that's why like when I do talk about relationships, you guys, I just be talking like in general. I don't be just talking about like are y'all shocked that I said that I don't care if another attractive woman compliments a man in front of me? How y'all feel? Are y'all shocked that I said that? Sometimes I think women be tripping over little stuff. Like if you're secure, you know where you stand with the man. You shouldn't. There's no reason to trip. But the thing is that some men don't know how some men don't know how to allow a woman to feel secure. Like they do things that makes a woman question where she stands. When a woman knows where she stands, she won't even trip off nothing. Nah, it's not like that. Just being genuine about the situation. Okay, I want to say something. Those sound like you just talking about hoes, honestly. Women that just seek validation. That's pretty much what type of women y'all talking about. There's a lot of them out there. Reasonable people. I don't know what y'all disagreeing with. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm agreeing with you guys. So I don't know what you guys are disagreeing with. Y'all talking about women that don't have respect for themselves. I'm not talking about those type of women. Yeah, there's nothing to disagree with. I don't know if y'all disagree on me. Y'all talking to each other, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Y'all talking to each other. For example, I can't poke my chest out for another man if you laughing at every joke or talking every 5 minutes when the conversation could have been, could have been handled. Oh yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm just saying that a woman that has respect for herself won't even put herself or her man in that situation. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that when I say a friendly conversation, okay, let me clear that up. When I say a friendly conversation, I'm talking about if you're in the store and you're talking to a cashier. Okay? If you're at a gas station and somebody's checking you out, checking your items out. How are you? Oh, I'm good. Oh, did you want anything else? Oh no, that's it. Okay, by the way, did you make sure that I have gas in the pump? Oh yeah. I'm just okay, all right, I appreciate you. Okay, cool. You're telling me that a man or a woman can't have a conversation like that? Those are what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. When I say simple conversations, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about flirty. I'm talking about a person, a woman should be able to have those type of conversations without a dude spazzing out. That's what I'm talking about. I have friends that men that were so controlling, she can't even look at the gas station person in the face. Like what? That's what I'm saying. If any relationship, when I'm out and about, when I was with a man that was rude or something, it made me feel uncomfortable. And I was like, just because she's a pretty woman and you're trying to make me feel secure, you're not making me feel secure by disrespecting her. At the end of the day, you're gonna interact, you're gonna talk with people. Like, if you stop being a liar and a cheater, we wouldn't even have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? If you just be truly who you are, just treat people with respect. That's what I'm saying. And it used to make me feel uncomfortable because, man, like, don't disrespect her. Like, she's just doing her job. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we're human. We're gonna interact with people. We're gonna talk to people. We're gonna find people that are attractive. Like, that's you got cheated on? Yeah. And I cheated. Yeah, I tell y'all this all the time. It's no shame. It's in the past. That's the thing. Once you know how you are, man looks so weird. What that mean? Yeah, I mean that's in the past though. I've let all that go. That's the thing. I let it go. Like things happen, for a reason, and you live and you learn. Like that's it. You live and you learn. That's it. That's reasonable, my show. It's all good. We were talking to you, not excluding you. Oh, well, y'all just start having a good ass conversation with each other, which I love. But no, I agree with you guys. But I'm talking about like just a basic friendly conversation. That's what I'm talking about. Whoo, it's hot in here. It's hot. Yeah, this world now is like super, super weird. Like I don't understand it. It's just a strange, strange world. Like I feel like everybody is like seeking validation. Everybody's just like doing things, not really thinking before they do. Like it's really, really strange out there. It's weird when you talk to everybody. It seems like their soul is not there. Man, I seen one woman. She was hammered, and I was like, she has something in the bag, and I was like, I pray to God that it's not liquor because she was hammered, and you could tell when someone's hammered when they're like, so focused on like not trying to look drunk, and that's what she was doing. And I was like, this is what I mean when I like, say that I care about people. I said, God, please don't let no 1200 liquor or Everclear in her bag. And guess what? Full bottle of Everclear. And she looked like she was about to get in a car crash. And she was so hammered. And I seen another guy that looked like he was off. And I was like, ooh, please don't let him walk out here with beer. And he had beer. It's like, jealous about PGA not hitting it off? Hell yeah, I'm jealous. You know that you got that third real frame. Y'all got me feeling like a yes. I am jealous. I am jealous. Cause y'all, y'all just like I was that third real friend filling out of place. Yeah, I am jealous. Heck yeah, but I'm glad that y'all could see eye to eye. PGA has a really like his perspective. I like it. Last night on YouTube, eat a banana. Yeah, hell yeah. Y'all could tell I'm jealous. I said, well, excuse the hell out of me and forget me. Might shell the conversation friendly in your mind, but the dude might get hard, just sitting around. So you imagine full-fledged. No, listen. Okay, so you're telling me, let me challenge you. So if it's an old man in the store that's really old, but you can tell he just really like his job and being friendly in the store, you saying that like it's like not everybody wants the woman. Not everybody finds people attractive. Some people are just genuine nice people. They don't mean nothing about it. Like the type of people that I've always like what I used to entertain. They're naturally genuine, funny, outgoing men. Okay? Naturally funny, outgoing men. Which is cool because I'm naturally outgoing and friendly. So when they're being themselves and they're being like that, I know who they are. That's just who they are. So if they're having conversations and stuff like that, I don't think there's nothing by it because that's just naturally how they are. But me knowing how the person is and knowing how I am, like I have a friend, right? Her and her husband, they go out together, they buy drinks, they talk to people like, oh my gosh. But the thing is that they're both like that. They've always been like that. They've always been like that. My friend be twerking and all types of stuff, and her dude be right there, like gassing her up, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like, my show covers. Oh, let me see. Yeah, some guys get the wrong idea if an attractive woman talks to them. It's misinterpretation. Okay, some guys do, but that's not on the women if that happens though. It's not. It's not. I'm challenging y'all right now. It's not on the women if that happens. You can't dictate if someone finds you attractive. You know what I mean? Like, even with me, it'd be really awkward because sometimes, like, when I go, I don't even like going to the gym sometimes. Because when I go to the gym, man, like, you know how, like, people give eye contact and look away? These fools don't look away. Like, they be like, and I be like, sometimes I gotta be like, what's up? Like, what's up? Like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Or with me, it was always hard because I'm naturally cool. So then, like, some women or something be like, oh, well, you're overly flirting with my man. How? Like, I'm just nice. I don't want your man. But, and an old lady asked if I could grab something off the shelf. After I did, she invited me out for drinks. Now, what? Okay, but my question is to you, what was your response to her? Okay, that's out of your control. You were being genuine and nice person that you are. Hi, I love soccer. How are you? Yes, I remember. You're being genuine. What did you do? What did you do? I'm challenging you right now. When she did that, what did you do? And if your girl was to get mad at you, I said no thanks. I have someone. Okay, and I bet you said it respectfully, right? And you move on. Your girl can't get mad at you for somebody else does. But your girl can get mad at you if you would have been like, oh yeah, let's go. That's my problem. That was my problem. Like, it's like I have the respect for the person, but behind closed doors, there's no respect, like no boundaries, no nothing. Like, that's a problem. Very much correct in a sense, my show. I'm saying dudes be delusional. So if you're holding conversations, they might make a mistake, and potentially try to unlive you. Or oh no, I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. But that's when the spirit of discernment comes in. That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people, a lot of women don't know the spirit of discernment. You feel when a man's a weirdo. You feel like, and when you're connected with God, and I'm not trying to get all godly, but I'm just saying, you have to pray for the spirit of discernment so that way you know. I told you, I came across a situation like that where I picked up vibes like that from a man. And my friend had to tell me, she's like, hey, I don't know, I don't want to say this because I don't want to spook you out, but this dude is giving like unlive vibes and it's making me feel very uncomfortable. So after she said that, I said I picked it up as well. And we had to move accordingly. Like we had to move accordingly in silence. So I live that, and so I know you are right. You are right. PGA. And it's sad because I guess I'm just trying to just kind of be positive about it. But I mean, you guys are still being positive about it, but that's the real world. And some dudes get obsessed. I'm not gonna lie. I hear a lot of stories about men getting obsessed and a woman's not interested. And the men start stalking her and stuff like that. That's very, very real. So I don't want to minimize that. I don't want to minimize I don't want to minimize that. I told my girl about it. She was okay with it. She wasn't mad at me. Why would she be mad at you? Why would she be mad at you? Because you respected her. You told her I'm not interested. And you told her. That's the thing. Like, a lot of men don't know how to build that security with their women. That's the thing. Like, when you tell your woman stuff like that, or when you start hiding stuff, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. Yeah, she had you respected her. And your response and how you dealt with the woman, you respected her. So she has no reason to be mad. I think that's beautiful. And you felt comfortable enough to tell her. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. That's my type. That's what's up. That's beautiful. I know you hate coffee because your body is tea. Oh, hey, hey. No, I do love coffee though, and I have actually a protein shake right here, and I got some water, but I do want a coffee. I'm back. Okay, thank you for coming back. Some men backed up under pressure have little to no social life and go thinking they women, but they disguise the emotions by claiming to be a friend. I mean, no, that's true. That's true. But I'm the type when I sense weirdo vibes, I fall back. Like I had one guy that was seemed like he was really cute, and then once I invited him over and we started hanging out, I was like, oh my god, like this is just like, and I don't like calling people weird, but I was like, oh my gosh. And then ever since then, I kept seeing them, right? But then years later, he like started picking up weight and stuff. I didn't know who this guy was, but I felt like that's why women, we got to be in tune with our surroundings and who we're around. And you got to be in tune. Some women just be like, oh, and then get beat up and stuff and robbed and all types of stuff. Because sometimes we don't be paying attention to our surroundings, right? And it's so easy because you assume you're going to be safe. But this world we live in, it's not like that, unfortunately. But I kept feeling like a presence, like a obsessive, like weird. Y'all might think I'm crazy. Like a weird presence. Like it was strange. I was like, God, why do I keep reveal what I'm feeling? Reveal what I'm feeling. And I found out that everywhere I go, the guy, like, I guess, like, I don't want to give too much information, but we were always going to a mutual spot because people that we care about go to this mutual spot all the time. And so I noticed, the guy, like, when I drove and stuff like that, like, God would tell me, hey, look up. And I look and I see him just walking, just eyeing me in the car, like, wherever I walk. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. And I'm glad because, like, if I would have went against what I felt when I first hung out with him, probably would have been a bad situation. But I was like, God was like, look up. I look up and I see him just, like, beaming. And, like, Even when I was like in certain places, I look up and he's just staring at me. And I didn't know who this man was. I said, who is this dude? Who is he? I don't know who he was. Then I'm like, had to put two and two together. That happened years ago. I got over it. But homeboy never got over it. Because he still wanted to hang out. He still wanted to, like, he was obsessed with me. Like, literally, like, obsessed. And I don't like that word. And I just cut him off. I was like, no, it's okay. Like, like, I don't think we should talk. Like, I was really nice about it. I was really nice about it. But he did not take the rejection well. He didn't take it well. And I was like, damn, it bothered me that after all these years, like, he didn't let it go. Like, this happened when I was very young, you guys. I was super, super young. I was super young. That's hella creepy. Oh, it's very creepy, but it's real. You don't want to think that things like that happen, but they do. Most times when a dude get into a fight or a scuffle with another dude, they go thinking you was messing with the dude, and then go thinking y'all planning that as for real. Now, listen, PGA. I feel like the devil messes with people's minds, and if you're not doing nothing productive with your mind, that's why people always say it's very important to read your Bible. It's very important to read, go out, interact, keep your mind busy. Because when you don't keep your mind busy, your mind can go to start building these crazy scenarios that are not even true. Like, that's the thing. Like, when bad things happen to us, that's what we want to. What's the first thing we do? We start thinking negatively, and we think the worst of the situation. When our mind is just creating these worst scenarios, but that's not really factual. So these dudes be thinking all this stuff. It's not factual, but because they're just infatuated on something and just going to the worst case scenario, that's how all this crazy stuff be happening. Like, that's the thing. When something bad happens to you, no matter what, you have to think positive. You have to think positive. And sometimes I get frustrated because I always have like a gut outlook, and then I have other people that are so negative and try to debunk the positivity that I'm putting out. They're like, no, no, the worst of the worst is gonna happen. You're telling me that the worst of the worst is not gonna happen. Not all people think bad, and I think whatever you think is what happens. That's why I watch my thoughts. I try, even though something seems so bad, even like, let's say if I'm in a situation, right, and it's so easy to think the worst. Let me give you guys an example. Let's say if I take a test, right, and I wasn't confident on it, and I keep telling myself, I failed, I failed, I failed, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail. You're gonna fail. Point blank, period. But if you keep telling yourself, hey, give yourself the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. Like, that's these men, and then they want to go and kill and shoot the girl, and bro, the devil be having you doing some crazy stuff if you don't keep your mind preoccupied. When my mind starts thinking crazy or thinking like just like negative, 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 the first thing I do, let's go take a walk. Let's go take a walk. Let's acknowledge it. But you got to tell yourself, hey, this is not always factual. But some people take it and run with it. Like when these dudes be getting mad and these women be getting mad and you're cheating on me and you really ain't, like, they playing these scenarios in their head. They ain't got nothing better else to do. That's why it's like, man, just because you're in a relationship and stuff, man, you got to have your own life. Like, you got to build and have your own life. Build and have your own life. You can't just be caught up in one person, obsessing over one person. Like, and listen, if you got to fight, or if you're with a person that you feel like you got to fight and scruffle and all that stuff, you don't need to be with that person. Because that person should not be putting you into situations to where you got to fight. Like, that's just, I don't understand relationships that are like that. Y'all shouldn't be having to argue or go off on dudes in the club. Like, man, if a random man swung on me, I'm not going to think that that woman was so fine he chose to fight. I'm going to automatically assume you knew him before that day. See, nah, that's crazy. You're going to automatically assume. So you don't think that people just be out here just crazy? Like, honestly. And sometimes women have men that obsess over them that they don't even know about, that follows them everywhere. Like, man, it gets crazy. Hold up, guys. Hold up, guys. All right, can y'all hear me? Yeah, it be crazy out here. But I don't know, like nowadays, PGA, people be cheating and be like really like lying and dating multiple people. So it's more common these days. It's more common these days. It's more common these days. Like nowadays, like I believe it because people be out here just doing the most. Like, let me see. There are some crazy people out there. It's really crazy. It's super crazy. And like nowadays, it's hard because people are dating like multiple people. And so when people are dating multiple people, it's like, I don't know. I just, personally, me, I don't like to be a part of drama. And I know a lot of people always say, oh, um, that's, like all women like drama. Not all women like drama. Like that stuff messes up your nervous system. And like there's a lot of women that I know that a man is in a relationship with multiple women, but she still decides to intertwine with that. And I'm like that's just problems. I won't want that for myself. I'll tell you that. I won't want that for myself. I'm not knocking anybody else, but for me, like that's just unnecessary. Like that's just putting yourself in a really bad situation. My opinion though. But everybody's different. But like I say, this day and age, like it's different. BJ, nobody that crazy to see a couple out and about and become jealous enough to fight. It got to be someone you know or currently entertaining. I mean, there's so many exes that are still, you cut them off and they still obsessed and still showing up and stuff like that. It could be so many different scenarios, PGA. And what's the sad thing about it is that this is the sad thing about it, okay? The sad thing about it is that so many people are not being honest. You don't really know who you're dealing with. That's the scary thing about it. When it comes to dating, people are not being honest, saying, hey, I got a crazy ex. Or, hey, I was in this relationship and I'm trying to cut this person off and this person is not allowing me to cut it off. Like, hi, Nick. People are not honest. So you're showing up and people showing up and hanging out with you and stuff, not even knowing the baggage that the other person has. Then they end up getting killed, something bad happening to them because they're put in a situation that they wasn't given an option. At least if you out there having a crazy ex or you got a pass or you're entertaining people, at least have the decent respect for the person that you're talking to. At least tell them. People losing their lives over stuff that they don't even know about. People getting killed, all types of stuff, and be like, getting hurt and like, bro, you did not tell me that, like, you did not tell me that, like, you had, like, somebody out here. Is it me? Hold on, let me see. Can you guys hear me? Is it still buffering? Is it better? Is it better? Is it better? Y'all just be careful out here. That's all I'm saying. When it comes to dating, when it comes to anything, please be careful. This world out here, unfortunately, is crazy, and people out here, this just they're not all tight. So y'all just be careful. Y'all just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Be careful. And when you're getting to know people and you're dating and stuff like that, just be sure that you're asking the appropriate questions, and just be sure that you're not ignoring what your body and your spirit is telling you. That's all I'm saying. Just be careful. Be careful. But when you are thank you guys so much for the 16 likes. Hey, I like that. Be careful. But that's why if you're just like so many people are living reckless life and they're not really connected with God and are not living through God. When you're living through God and you're living like a right life, right? Or even if you're about your peace and all that stuff like that, you're not even going to allow yourself to be in situations like that. Like nowadays people are just living off of like, what is it? Impulsiveness. And they're not thinking and they feel they got to have somebody and it's just like, it's just sad. You know what I mean? So all that stuff, like all that chaotic stuff, it gives me anxiety. It gives me anxiety when I think of it because I lived it. Like I've been in like situations like that before. Like I've been in situations like that. So when I hear people say, fights or like, anything like when it comes to this dysfunction, dysfunctional relationships, it's just like my connection tripping. Really? Because I left and came back. So maybe you gotta leave and come back, boo, because I left and came back. When I hear stories like that, like even like dysfunctional relationships and stuff like that, I don't want that in my life. So I just, yeah, I don't want that in my life. And that's why I don't even like people that have, like I had this one person. She was super cool, but the thing is that like I can say, you said same for me. Is what you talk? Is it still what you talking about, Nick? Are you talking about is it trip? Is it buffering still? Um, like even when I have friends that like, what's up, Godfather? Even when I have friends that are like, this person was super cool, but I don't know. She just seemed really. When I come across people that are really into like self-centered relationships or just don't seem like they're like peaceful people, I've been around people that were just so caught up in relationships, and it just gets old after a while. It gets old, and it feels good like having conversations with people that it's not about men, it's not about women. Like y'all talking about like how y'all can better yourselves. Y'all talking about God. Like I went to go get coffee one time, and usually I see things, but I don't like to say it. So I went up to the girls and I was like, I think it's beautiful that you guys are sitting here, having a friend coffee date, but you guys are reading the Bible. And they were like, oh my gosh, we appreciate you for even noticing and stuff like that. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like y'all meeting up to talk about God. Y'all meeting up to talk about, important things. Like before I used to meet up with people and the whole time they're just talking about their problems, the whole entire hangout session for hours at a time. Hours at a time. And I can't even get one word in, and it's like I'm exhausted. And it's like I already said that like, hey, like I have to be gone, but then this person gets so caught up in what they're talking about. It's like I got really tired of people just emotionally dumping on me, and then they have no room to be there for me. You got what I'm saying? It's like I'm emptying my cup, and my cup is empty because I'm just like trying to save you. And I got tired of that. Like when you talk to somebody, you guys, like I talked to an old friend, and like when she was talking, she was just pretty much talking about everything that was going on wrong in her life. Right? And I was saying how I was going through some things because I was apologizing for not being present. And then the whole time I'm saying I'm going through something, she's talking about how her life is bad. And yeah, you think you're going through something, but this is what I'm going through. This is what's going on with me. And you think that you're the only one that's, bitch. Why are you talking to me then? Like what the? Well, I'm trying to reach out to you, and tell you why I haven't been a good friend, and just like like you can't even have one space. Like you're that caught up in what you're going through that you're just so focused on you. Like, and a lot of my relationships were one-sided. It was one-sided. And I can't get mad at nobody but myself because I allowed that. That's another thing in my life that's been hard for me because a lot of things that went on with my life, I allowed it. That's the thing. I allowed it. So I can't be mad at nobody but myself. Why? Because I allowed it. I allowed people to trauma dump. I allowed people to sit there in my presence and we talk about their problems for hours at a time, like, and me just pouring and leaving the conversation drained. I allowed that. I allowed it. Let me see. You done made my day. Oh, how? That was perfect. Society will look like this. What you mean, Godfather? Yes, I can relate. You can relate, Banana? Yeah. I'm like, so I've been really like, it's been hard. It's hard to face yourself sometimes. It's been really hard to face myself with the mistakes and different things that I did in the lack of boundaries that I had. With people, I didn't have any boundaries. Then I wonder why I'm getting dragged through the mud because lack of boundaries. And so now it's like, if people ask me something, I tell them, like, at work, they're like, hey, would you want to work on a Saturday? I said, absolutely not. I said, that's my self-care day during work hours. I'm always busy. I'm always helping people all the time. I really do not want work to bleed into my Saturday, so I'm not willing to do that. And the good thing about it is that the person was like, okay, I don't blame you. I just wanted to ask, but if not, okay. But it felt good me saying that. Any other time, like, yeah, sure, why not? Because I'm always trying to help people. Why? Why? Y'all know they say I don't know how to read, right? Read that all wrong. It's all good. Let me read it back. You said, oh, you done made they day. That's what a perfect society will look like. Oh, I read it. Damn! I made it all wrong. You guys, I had a towel down here that I keep wiping my hands on. I usually have 2 towels. I read it all. Y'all know they said I can't read. Listen, when I was doing Bible study, somebody was like, damn, girl, can you read? What are you reading? And then I found a guy that like always only posts like Bible scriptures. He was reading worse than me. He said, and then the God, and yes, then you praise God. I'm like, he's taking his time and don't give it down. And he had many freaking likes. So I was like, and I'm letting y'all, hi. I'm letting y'all tear me apart. He was reading worse than me. How I make your day though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I've been mad at myself. I've been upset at myself. But people don't talk about when you sit down and really like face your flaws head on, it takes a strong person. What are you reading? Were you here when they told me that? They were like, what are you reading, bro? I was like, what the heck? Don't come for me. It's not going to stop me from reading my Bible. That's why I got the Bible application, because it breaks down words. Even though I still be struggling. But facing yourself head on, it's not easy. It's not for the weak. Looking at your problems and really facing your problems and be like, okay, look, like, yes, I do have an anger problem, or I do have a temper problem, or I do have a corn problem, or like facing yourself and, or I do have a lying problem, or I do overeat a lot, or I do I am obsessed over food. Like once you start really facing like your problems, that's when growth comes in. People don't understand that. People want to grow. You want to grow, but you're not willing to change. You have to first acknowledge what the problem is. Okay? First acknowledge what the problem is. Once you face your problems head on and then you start working on it, God loves the fact that you are acknowledging what your problem is and you're working on it. That's why I admire people that are honest about their background, are honest about things, because you know that they came to grips with it. So I made a lot of mistakes, but I'm learning also that like not all the mistakes that I made, it's not all my fault. Like that's the thing. Usually when things go wrong, I'm used to people blaming me. I'm used to people telling me it for hurtful things. And it's like, man, I'm such a, like, I'll go on my way to be a good person and then I'm just blamed for everything. So when everything went wrong, I used to blame and beat myself up about it. And I was so drained because I'll beat myself up about everything. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. Because at the end of the day, I'm not the one that's the problem. You are. And I notice a lot of people will try to say that I'm the problem because they don't want to take accountability that they have problems and that they're the problem. And they don't like the fact that I'm calling out their problems. That's why a lot of people don't like me. Because if there's something, they're doing something, they're saying something, or something's not right, I'm going to bring it to their attention. I'm going to say something. A lot of people don't say nothing to people. I'm going to say something. If you're making me feel some way, I'm going to say something. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I can't keep taking accountability for people's wrongdoings. And I was around a lot of people that just were not good people. But they want to make it seem like I'm the bad person. I know my flaws. Nobody don't have to tell me that. Oh man, I would have left. Oh man, I would have left Be My Bible in the parking lot next to the homeless guy who won't judge. And the homeless guy was like, bruh, man, I just think it's great that you're reading the Bible, man. Forget if you messing up words, at least you reading the Bible, bruh. That's why I love homeless people. They don't judge. They love. You know, not all of them be right. But for the most part, the homeless people that I met, they don't, man, they will. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I really wanted to like say something, but I was like, you know what? God was like, don't pay attention to them. Like somebody else like is feeling what you're saying. So just keep it pushing. And that's what I did. But yeah, he was like, bro, can you even read? What the heck? And it's funny because my moderators, man, they be Nick was like, yes, she can read. I was like, oh my God. One was like, how can you be speaking the word and you don't have the clothes on? But now, and Nick was like, what you talk about? She does have clothes on. It's funny. I thought it was so funny. I'm like, yeah, my mom's got me, bro. I may have little bitty clothes on, but hey, she got clothes on. What y'all talking about? Focus on the word. You feel me? Okay, it's getting super hot. Am I almost done, you guys? I feel like I've been doing this for what? A long time. And I noticed that I've been like stopping a lot too. Growth is difficult and uncomfortable. Why a lot avoid it? Yes. Lasanya, thank you so much for saying that because I noticed that too. A lot of people they can't face the fact of their choices. So they avoid it. And they try to find it in other people. They try to keep no matter what, when growth, it's gonna follow you, right? And eventually, I don't know, some people don't get tired of the same cycle. Some people don't. So some people avoid it, but because you're avoiding it, you're not gonna minimize my growth or make it seem like I'm the one that's bad or I'm the one that's not changing or I'm the one that's the problem because you don't want to face what you have going on. We're not doing that. That's why I noticed a lot of people around me, they didn't want to grow. If you don't want to grow, that's cool. Move on with your life. But I'm growing. I'm moving forward. And I'm not going to allow somebody that's not doing the same to be around me. I'm not having that. Because what sucks is that when you start growing, people start minimizing your growth. They start minimizing what you're doing. They start doubting you because you're a reflection of what they want to do, but they don't have the cojones to do it. That's the thing. That's why I was like, man, like, I noticed there was so many people that were just corrupted around me, like, and I'm like, but y'all make it seem like I'm the bad person when I'm the one picking up my Bible every day. I'm the one facing my fears every day. I'm the one facing my flaws. I'm the one that's dealing with my problems head on. You know, and you want to try to sit here and make it seem like I'm not doing what I'm doing because you're not doing what you're doing? Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Excuse my language, get the fuck out of here. Like, no, don't play with my growth. I hate when people do that. Don't play with my growth, bro. My growth is for real. Like, don't try to bring up old shit. Don't try to bring up old stuff. Don't try to minimize me because what you see is what it is. Like, what you see is what it is. You see that I'm changing, bro, that's what it is. Like, don't try to say I'm pretending. Don't try to do none of that stuff. You got to get around people that say they notice your growth. People that says that notice you're glowing. People that say they're proud of you. People that say they see your hard work. That's who you need to be around. That's who you need to be around. I work so hard to get to where I'm at right now. I'm not gonna let nobody come in here and mess my shit up. I'm not. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. I let people mess up so many different things in my life. I let people destroy certain relationships, beautiful relationships. I let people do so much stuff in my life. But one thing you're not gonna do, you're not gonna mess with my growth, and you're not gonna mess with my growth, and you're not gonna mess up the relationship I have with God. That's what you're not gonna do. And I can't stand when people are quick to tell you, oh, you don't pray like that. You don't know what the fuck I pray. What you talking about? What are we talking about? You don't pray. Are you in the bed with me every night? You don't know what I do. You don't know what I do. No. I had somebody tell me, they're like, oh, well, you need to start being happy with people for people. And don't be like, make sure you're not being hateful. People don't, okay, let me calm down. I pray for people. When people do me wrong, I don't wish bad on them. What I do, I pray for them. When people do me wrong, because I don't want to, nowadays you can't before you can put your two paws on people, okay? You can't always put your two paws on people. What I do, and when I feel great anger in my body for somebody, that's the first thing I do is pray. I say, God, This is what the person did. I don't understand it. It hurts. I'm going to pray for them. Because I can't put my paws on them. So the best thing you should do is pray. I pray for people. People that I stopped talking to, friends and stuff like that, I still say prayers for my friends that were my enemies and that dogged me out and told my business on Facebook and told everybody my business. And yes, and told my deep, darkest secrets. Yes. They told my deep, dark, I have friends that told my deep, darkest secrets. That's why I learned, bro, if you don't tell nobody nothing. You know what I mean? Like friends, they fall out, don't tell nobody nothing. I have to learn the hard way. And anything they told me never left my mouth. Until this day, I still pray for them. When I think about them, I pray about them. I pray for them. I said, God, I don't know why this person's on my mind right now, but it's no ill will. God bless them. Everything, please, allow them to, everything they touch goes golden. Please allow them to get restful sleep at night. God bless their family. God bless everything. I don't know why they come across my mind, but I know that they need this prayer. That's it. Somebody do me dirty, lie on me. God, I can't beat their ass. So what I'm going to do is pray, and I pray that lying spirit on them, that you allow them to bring it to you and change it. Okay? That's the thing. When I pray, I never like cussing in prayer. I don't believe in that. Like my grandmother always told me, when you go to God and stuff, you got to go to God correct. I believe her when she says that, right? But the thing is, sometimes it be slipping. Sometimes it be slipping. Or I put it in a journal. I put everything that I'm feeling in a journal. And I notice when I write in my journal, I'm able to go to sleep at night. Because with my brain, I have all these things running through my mind. But when I put it on paper, I let it go. And what I do that's also beautiful is that when I write things in my journal, I rip out the pages sometimes to help me channel what I'm feeling, because I'd be so mad. I rip it up and then I just throw it in the trash. Or I rip it up and flush it down the toilet. And once I do that, all my thoughts, everything, it's gone. That's it. That's it. That's it. Or I used to always go on the punching bag. That's a good one too. Like, you gotta find an outlet. But when people try to make it seem like I'm like this hateful person, I don't have hate towards nobody. I pray for people. And the thing is, when you pray for people, that does wonders. God, for you can easily air somebody's business out. I was like, bro, with all these pictures I got, oh my God, I can have a field day. But I was like, you know what? You know what? The thing is that I don't like people lying on me or painting a narrative that's not true, because I'm not a liar. So, but pray for them. That's all you can do. Pray for them. So don't let people tell you who you are. I used to allow people all the time to try to tell me who I am. You don't know shit about me, bro. You don't know the work I do with God. You don't know the work I do in my downtime. And you're nobody for me to explain it to. I don't have to explain nothing to you. God knows what I do. That's it. God knows what I do. Venting heavy tonight, huh? No one can judge. The Bible says if you judge, you will be judged. Facts. Hi, how are you guys? You guys like the Bible? Please subscribe. Thank y'all so much for 21 likes. I appreciate it. But then I say, yes. I had to vent, bro, because I'm like, man, like, don't let nobody tell you who you are. Don't let nobody tell you who you are. Don't let nobody use your flaws against you, bro. Fuck all that. Don't do it. Don't let nobody do that. Like, if I'm honest with my flaws and I tell y'all what I am and I tell y'all what I battle with, fuck it. Like, don't try to tell me, use shit against me. I know I got a problem. I know God's working with me on it. Bottom line. Too many people projecting. You're not even in the position to even project or tell me nothing. If your life is not better than me, or your spiritual walk is not strong as mine, don't tell me nothing. Don't let nobody project on you. Please don't. Stand strong in who you are. That's bottom line of the story. Let me stop being angry. Stand true, stand firm on who you are, and believe your work. Okay? Believe your work. Believe the work that you're doing. Believe in the time that you're giving God. Believe in that. You don't got to prove it to nobody. God knows what you do behind closed doors. And listen, it shows up. When you praise God and you do what God needs you to do, it shows up in your life. You're blessed. You hear me? You have abundance. You have everything. Because God knows what you're doing. God sees it. You don't gotta. People be like, "Oh, why she get a new car? How's she able to like furnish her whole house like that? How is she able to get past a 15-year relationship that should have broke her? But you the way her spirit is, you can't even tell that she even was even in a relationship that was like that. Because I pray and God knows what I do. And I don't have to prove it to nobody. It shows up in my life. It shows up in my spirit when I talk. When I talk and you see me, you see that the hand of God is over my life. Everything that I go through, people don't know everything that I go through. They don't know it. Because I take it to God. At the end of the day, my problems, nobody's going to handle my problems like God handles my problems. Nobody. Nobody. God said, praise me at all times, in darkness, in sorrow, no matter what you're doing. Imagine being in the club knowing you sinning, but then you praying to God. In the car with all your friends, everybody's sinning, and you praying to God. You had a party with thousands of people, whatever, a function or whatever, a concert and everything, but you praying with God. You is somewhere and you don't know how you gonna pay your bills, but you praying to God. Like, that's what I'm talking about. People don't know. I be talking to people or interacting with people, and I be praying the whole time in my mind. People don't. God sees that. God sees it, and it shows up in my life. I don't gotta prove it to nobody. People tell me all the time, "Is this a fake change?" I want to say, what? She's talking about a fake change. It ain't no fake change. God has been really doing wonders in my life. Like, y'all ain't just not gonna shit on me like that. Like, y'all not. I'm sorry. Now, when it comes to my spiritual walk and my growth, y'all can't. I can't allow that. Same here. My bosses pisses me the off, but I pray the best for them. I mean, at the end of the day, we all gotta face God, and we all need the mercy we can get. Listen, all you can do is pray for your boss. Pray for your boss. And as long as at the end of the day, bro, this is my mindset when it comes to work. These people do not go home with you. Okay? You see them at work. As long as you do what you need to do, you gotta do what you need to do. Okay? Hi, you guys. If you guys like the vibe, please subscribe. Do what you gotta do. At work, all I do, pleasant, kind, do my job, make sure all my tasks is done, go home. That's it. That's it. That's it. When people do things, don't take it's hard sometimes, but I just do my best not to. But I say amen. I do my best not to take it personal. At the end of the day, these people don't go home with you. These people, most likely, a lot of people I notice out there at work, bosses, they be stressed out. A lot of bosses have a lot of stuff going on at home, and they like to bring it into their job. So another thing when I'm dealing with people, right, and they're not friendly, I know for a fact, I'm like, okay, like, they got personal stuff going on. A lot of people don't know how to handle their personal life. They don't. So bottom line, at jobs, anything, a lot of people do not know how to handle. I notice a lot of people don't have a lot of mental strength. I noticed that. You can look at people, you can look at them in their eyes, and you can tell when they're not dealing with it all. So that's the first thing I do. I look at people's eyes and I'm like, yeah, like, something's going on. You're not gonna tell me, but something is going on, right? So, but the thing is that how I get through my day, Godfather, is that I always tell myself, like, when people make me mad, people piss me off, I say, God, there's a greater purpose. There's greater behind this. What you got planned for me, the reason why I'm dealing with this negative person, the reason why I'm dealing with this crazy situation is because there's something greater. But you have to tell yourself that. That's why I'm not finishing my hair, because I keep stopping and talking. And it seems like it's taking me forever. I keep stopping and talking. Girl, talk and do your hair at the same time. God dang. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's greater. It's greater than me. And I always focus on, like, what work. I be on here grinding, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's a bigger purpose. Like, but people don't talk about toxic workplace. That's why I used to leave so many jobs. I was like, bro, y'all toxic, bro. Nobody, needs to come and dealing with this. Most definitely, if you already got a lot of stuff going on in your personal life, like heck no. Heck no. I'm glad I did my hair today because I have church tomorrow. I go to church every Sunday, you guys. And when I go to church, I try to like get up early in the morning and do my hair, and oh my gosh, like it never will. Well, no, I did my hair very, very late one time, and I was almost late to church. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do it like the day before. True. Hi, how you guys? Welcome in. Godfather said, "True. I see the light at the end of the tunnel this year, but damn, this final lap is crazy, bro. When you're almost there, some crazy stuff gonna happen, bro. You gonna come across a lot of different hard things, a lot of different hard things. I've been in workplaces where it was like, oh my god, like the thing is that like when it comes to jobs, I feel like I had to stay there, and I noticed I'm like, no, I don't have to stay there. Like I don't got to deal with this. That's why I was never afraid of losing a job because at the end of it all, it was always my peace. My peace is what matters. You know, if the job is not serving me, I'm leaving. I'm not staying there. A lot of people just deal with it, which is cool. I think it's cool. You look up and you see people at their job for like, 10, 15 years. Hopefully one day I can say I can do that, but I really don't want to work like a job that I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to have a job to where I'm making a great deal of money, but I enjoy being there. But it's just that at the end of the day, I don't even care how much the job pays. If it disrupt my peace, that's it. But that's because I'm a person that came from a lot of chaos. That's what it is. Jenny, you know what it is. So funny to see your hair in Sweden. We don't have much places to go, with African hair. Good, thanks, Jenny. What you mean? Y'all, my brain be acting a little slow, so sorry if I just be reading y'all comments all. Ooh. I didn't show y'all the products I'm using. I didn't show y'all none of that. I'm almost done though. I'm actually glad that I got on. I wasn't even gonna get on. Bro, that final lap, Godfather, I wanted to second back off that, bro. Life is a marathon. It's a marathon. Y'all hear Nipsey always say all the time. And I feel like that with me, like this final lap, bro, I was like, I thought things would get easier, but it's not. It's getting harder for me. And it's like, man, like it's like God, you told me that like, my blessing is right there, but man, like it's like sometimes I'd be like, do I really even want the blessing? Because all this stuff you gotta go through to get the blessing, God shows you, He'll give you the vision of what it is that that beautiful vision of your life. But He doesn't show you how you're gonna get there. He's not gonna always show you how you're gonna get there. He's not gonna show you how you're gonna get there. He shows you the vision, but He's not gonna show you what you gotta do to get there. But that's when faith comes in. And you got to believe that everything that you go through is going to pay off. I tell myself, even if I don't believe, I say, hey, this is going to pay off. Hey, there's a greater purpose. Like even my tears, I've been crying, weeping, tears of sorrow. But I'm like, soon these tears are going to turn into tears of joy. Like I tell my things like that. We don't have places to go to where we get help with our hair, our kind of hair. Oh, that sucks. Do you guys have beauty stores out there? Do y'all have beauty stores out there? Okay, can y'all hold on? Hold on just 1 second. Sorry about that. I said, what y'all think about this conversation? I think we had like a great talk. What y'all think? And I don't want y'all to ever think that, like, like, I understand where all you guys are coming from. And that's the reason why I'm so honest about everything that I be going through, because I want y'all to know, like, y'all not alone. People don't talk about the hardships and things that they really go through in their life. But I notice that the more that I share it, the more that I'm able to connect. And even if it's me helping one person, bro, so be it. Before I used to get ashamed, like, because people are like, oh, you're talking too much. And I'm like, bro, but like, I want to help somebody. I want to help somebody. And before, when I used to like speak my mind or like speak how I'm feeling, people used to try to control the way my delivery. Like they'd be like, you shouldn't talk like that, or you shouldn't cuss, or like, nobody's gonna understand you, or like say different things like that. But it's like, no, God wants me to deliver and be myself. That's how people are gonna root. That's why people connect with me. Because they know that it's not, oh dang, PGA, you been here the whole time? Good conversation. Thank you, Banana. Jenny said, no, we have some places where they do good work with this kind of hair. But in Sweden, most people only have blonde. Oh, dang. Well, hey, at least hopefully you can out there get the products. So that way you can do your own hair. I do my own hair. Like if I need it cut or like trimmed or dyed, then I go to my stylist. But for the most part, I do it myself. And plus, I'm really picky when it comes to my hair. Like, when people, like, do my hair, like, only my hairstylist that does curly hair, when she does a really great job. But other people, I don't like the work. So I was like, let me just do my own hair. Definitely a good conversation. Good. You helped me a lot with my hair. Okay? I appreciate that, Jenny. Like I said, as long as I'm helping y'all do something, As long as I'm helping y'all with something. With something. If it's with some of the words that I say, if it's, my hair, if it's like, what piece is this? Oh, I missed that piece. As long as I'm helping y'all, that's what matters. I've been on here for a long time though. But I hope y'all don't have to feel obligated to stay on here with me. But me doing my hair on here allows me to at least like talk to you guys, because it takes me a minute to do my hair. I do be want to go live more often though. But now I'm starting to like work on like balancing my energy. Because sometimes, like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I be posting like videos, shorts, all that stuff. Sometimes I don't be in the mood to be doing all that. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just be wanting to sit quiet and like chill and stuff like that. Sometimes I don't. You helped me out a lot. Oh, I read that. What's up, Jess? How you doing? You helping me so much. Take care. You take care too. PJ said, I must say you did each curl head by each curl head by head. I did, because you know how some people, PGA, they can like rape their curls, like they go like this. Let me show you guys. Like they go like this, right? And they leave their curls like that. Man, I did that, and I woke up, I was so mad because I had somewhere to be and my curls didn't turn out right. So, and my hairstylist, she does it to where she can do it like that too, like raking, but it doesn't last long. This lasts me for like a full week. And I think I'm gonna do twist again though. The only thing about twist is like, damn, like I don't know what it is. Before I can leave them in for a long time, but the way my hair texture is, my hair starts itching but yeah. I'm alright, just going through some S. Man. But you said that, you made me think, bro. You're a warrior, Just though. You already know that. Whatever it is, man, from all the stuff you got through, you most definitely get through this. You already know that. You know that. She ain't playing no games. Nah, when I was younger, it used to take me like, I did it one time, right? And I can't figure out how I did it, but I did it one time to where hair looks nice. Thank you, Neek. I did it one time to where I did like bigger curls, and it looked really pretty. And it took me like less time to do it. But I can't remember how I did it. I can't. And it looked really pretty too, but care to talk about it. Oh, care to talk about it, Justin? We here to listen. Yeah, Justin, do you want to talk to us about it if you feel comfortable? Yes, word, thanks. Lost my best friend the other day. Oh my God, bro, I'm so sorry. Prayers up, man. PGA said my condolences. Usually when people say they lose people, I leave it at that. Because I feel like it's like disrespectful. Like, I don't know, you guys tell me. I think it's disrespectful to ask people like what happened. I think that's crazy. Like when my dad lost his life and like once his whole story got out, people will come up and ask like, well, so what? Like, what? Do you know who did it? Like when someone's grieving, you don't. If they don't volunteer or they don't say nothing, you just say you give them your condolences like PGA did. Oh my God. No, I did not. Yeah, I messed up. And you just you gotta have respect. You gotta have some respect. I'm coming back tomorrow to see you again. Love the way you talk and show, Jenny. Oh, well, thank you, Jenny. Welcome in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love that you guys are stopping in and you guys are like wanting to subscribe and connect with me. Like I love that. Bye, Jenny. Thank you so much for coming in. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate that. R.I.P. Man, that's never easy. A best friend, bro. And I bet your best friend was a good person, but that's the thing. Like I noticed that like good people that are real good people, like their life, like sometimes it seems like their life don't last like a long time. And then like the people that do pass, like they live their life on earth to the fullest, So God bless your friend. God bless your friend. God bless you, bro, to get through this. Cause that's not a best friend, bro. That's family. Friends are family. It ain't the first time. Sad. But we're here for support, bro. We love and appreciate you. You know that. You know that. And just you're strong, bro. You try not to complain about different things you go through. Like none of that. You be handling it. Like you still have a good attitude. I think that's a beautiful thing when you have people that go, or even if you see some of these like famous stars that go through so much, but they still keep a positive outlook and a positive attitude. Like you guys, Krishan Rock, are y'all familiar with her? I love Krishan Rock, right? Sometimes I be like, she be going in and out, but now I understand because when you deal with so much of stuff she be going through, like that has to take a mental toll on somebody. So she be sometimes going in and out. Like some of her interviews, she seems solid, like she's aware, and some of the other ones, I don't know, she be on like medication. I don't know, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But it's just what I'm basically saying is that she be going through a lot. But even though she goes through a lot, like people still say when they meet her, like she's really sweet. They said that she's really like likable, like she's easy to approach, like, and she be going through a lot of stuff. But it's definitely when people start attacking your parenting, but the whole world is attacking your parenting. I don't know how she can deal with that. I don't know how she can deal with that. But they said she's still like really kind to people. You know what I mean? Like that's a beautiful thing. You going through it a lot, but you still able to speak a life and be there for people, even though or even be positive, even though you going through a lot. Like that's a beautiful trait. A lot of people don't know how to do that. And people don't know, like, you got to train your mind. That's the thing. People don't understand. Your mind is like, it's a muscle, bro. You got to train it. You got to change your thinking. You got to change your outlook on life. You have to train your mind to think positive. Like, you got to train it. It just don't happen overnight. And it's hard when you're trying to do right and be right in a world that thrives off of not being right. I've been listening to these videos, and some of these videos, they be saying these videos, I go, God, I rebuke this. I am not accepting this in my spirit. I'm not. Some of the stuff they be saying, like, bro, I am not accepting it. Nope. And we gotta recognize when we're hearing poison. I be trying to, real shit. You got to, bro. God honors it. God honors you. God honors you. Yeah, you strong as hell. I am here complaining about work. Godfather, a lot of people don't like their job, bro. You're not the only one. A lot of people don't like their job. A lot of people have a lot of problems. That's where a lot of stress comes from work. If you don't realize it, a lot of people do not like their jobs. And jobs, they said that's like the number one causer of like stress in people's lives is their jobs. So I think a job is a big deal. And a lot of jobs don't have good managers. That's the thing. A lot of jobs do not have. Some of these people that be getting hired as managers, I'd be like, bro, how in the hell did you get hired? Like, how did you get this manager position? And I don't understand how some people, like, they don't even have the people skills to be managers. Like, to be a manager, you have to be able to empathize with people and be able to connect with people. Like, I feel like a lot of managers be like, not connected with people. Like, they act like they're not human. Like, it's weird. She on drugs real bad. Oh, a few years ago back, that's why her baby came out in its condition. She's good people though. She suffers from her own battles at times. She might still dibble and dabble. That's what it is. So that's what it is. That's what it is. What type of drugs? What type of drugs? I think I heard that somewhere, but I know she had a drinking problem. What type of drugs does she mess with? Okay, PGA, you be putting me up on game. I figured because sometimes she be good, and then like sometimes she be like, how do I explain it? Like she did an interview recently. It was a good interview, but like you can look at her and tell like when like something's not right, right? And I was looking at her, I'm like, she just doesn't seem right. I hope she's not dibbling and dabbling and she about to have a fight. I hope not. Because she's about to have a fight and she can't get on there on drugs. But like I said, I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying like I thought she had only a drinking problem. But she's honest about her battles though. Like we all have battles. All of us, At least she's trying though. She said that she's trying to let me see. Drugs are so hard to kick. I know. Bro, I have family members that are on drugs. But they're great people. And that just it could Godfather, it could be anybody. Like I'll be honest with you. That's why I know people that like were not even on drugs and then tried it once and then drugs took them out. You got what I'm saying? So but we all battle with something. We all battle with something. And I have tons of family members that are on, drugs, but that don't stop me from loving them. That don't stop me from giving them love. It don't change the way I treat them. I don't know how I do this part, but we gonna make it work. People just ain't gonna tell you how deep the addiction is. They gonna swear it's weed. They gonna just say, they gonna swear it's just weed. But weed don't make you do all that as. Oh, so you think that drugs better do that? She just has an anger problem though. I know that for a fact. Like she has an anger problem, but yeah, she said when she was with Blue, she said she was into everything. So I wouldn't be surprised. She said she was into everything. And she said that's why she had to get away from that lifestyle, but she didn't really go into details on what it was like. But I wouldn't even be surprised. But PGA, after she is good people, but bro, after how they be coming for her and talking about her and I don't know how she deal with it all. The people, Stack said the problem is people think drugs are cool. I feel like it was a time where people did think it was cool, but I really think that people be really battling with it, honestly. Like I know there was a time period where people thought drugs were cool, but I believe that people be really trying to heal some deep pain. Some deep pain. And people that I know that are on drugs, like they got some deep things that like I don't want to sound bad. It's not justifiable. Like it doesn't justify why they're on drugs, but the things that they've been through, it makes sense. Like why they're trying to ease their pain. And I'm not saying that it's the right thing, but all I'm saying is that like some things is just hard to deal with. You know. Um. Let me see. Hair looking good. Thank you, Godfather. Just said I battle addiction half my life. Thankfully, I'm good now. Bro, just that's what's up. That's what's up, bro. But listen, that's I was just talking about this. I said that's why you have to be honest. Godfather said I'm trying to get there too. Just I love what's happening right now. I love what's happening right now. It's some true healing up in here. It's some true healing up in here. Some really good connections. PGA linked up with Last Scion. Just, and Godfather linking, bro. It's some good connection. I love what's happening here. I love what's happening here, and I love the fact that y'all feel like this is a good space. Godfather wrote, just said Godfather word, bro. You will listen. What I'm telling you, God work. God working. God is working. And y'all feel comfortable for even sharing what y'all going through. PGA, it's basers and then there's functional addicts. Some people can get high on hardcore drugs and still pay their bills and have a social life. Some people get high and sell their houses. Yeah, it is different. Cause like some people, I met a person that does drugs, but the way he acts, I would have never even guessed. I was like, I would have never guessed. But he was saying that he's functional. He's still able to have like a life. You know, he looks great. He don't even look like he's even or battles with it, but he battles with it. Um, Godfather said it's even worse when you are a function addict because it basically impossible for me to hit rock bottom. Cycle keeps going. Stat said I understand if you smoke the kush, it eases the pain, but not the hardcore drugs. But the thing is that I know a lot of people that go to weed and they go from weed and then they start messing with the hardcore drugs because the weed is not doing enough. You know, it's not hiding the pain enough. Doesn't the weed doesn't last long. It don't hit as hard as hardcore drugs. So I know a lot of friends that went from weed, like from weed to pills to coke to crack to meth to bath salt to all of them, like all of them at the same time, all of them, like you get what I'm saying. So I mean, I understand, but sometimes Kush don't do it for people that's handling pain like that. Sometimes Kush don't they don't do it. I lived it. I can care less what people think and feel about me. Right. Listen, you can. You can. That's the thing. When it comes to our life, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's it. You can. You can't. And that's the thing, like the type of lifestyle that I live, the thing is that I can deal with it. People be like, oh, I don't know how you can deal with, everything you went through, because it is what it is. You know the bottom line. Like you live the lifestyle that I live, you can't care what people think. Like you can't. You can't. You can't. Cowboy. Oh my gosh, Cowboy. How have you been? You've been on my mind. Damn, that's crazy. Never took it that far. Not trying to have my teeth fall out. Yeah, I know a lot of people that don't have no teeth, but I still love them though. You got a love for you. Oh, sorry, you gotta live for you. Facts, you do. Cowboy in the building. Cowboy, it's been a minute, my dude. We've been having Bible study. We've been talking about God. We've been talking about healing. We've been talking about practicing God's principles, like you said. We've been doing all this stuff. Cowboy, where you been at? Where you been at? You've been talking about principles in God, and we've been following it, have a Bible study, bro. Where you been at? My thumb was messed up. I've been working out. Oh, you still been running and stuff like that? That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, guys, I gotta get going. I showed up late. You did, but hey, the conversation was still good. Now, for real, that's good. Yes, I'm gonna probably come back on here and we can do some reading or something. Yes, man, if you can, if you have the time, go to my lives and you will see what we're reading about God. Yes, man. You know, you always be talking about reading your Bible and always following God's laws, and that's what we've been doing. I just got off work. How was work? Was work great? You did. Yeah. You did show up late, but hey, but the conversation was still good though. Okay, this was good. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm glad you thought it was good, but now I gotta go. I got some things I gotta do. I gotta, maneuver and stuff like that. Get my day started. I'm doing my hair. I love how Banana knows when it's done. She knows when I'm doing my hair. That's it. She knows when I'm about to get up. So I love you guys. Cowboy, catch up with us. Once again, I love that this has been healing for all y'all. And I'm glad that you guys feel safe to connect and share what it is you guys are going through. And I love that you guys are able to tell me what y'all going through, knowing that I'm not going to judge you. You get what I'm saying? So I love you. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, just, hey, keep your head up, bro. Love you guys all. Okay, y'all know the love is mutual. I love you guys.